If you'd like to exchange your Magic Online cards for event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, you can do so by trading MTGO Academy's official bot, Academy Buy Bot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
Hello everybody, we're back for round 3. I am playing against the guy whose name I always have trouble saying. He seemed like a gentleman in the past. I would like to play first. He normally, in my understanding, in my experience, plays Affinity. Which makes Salvage Titan kind of bad, but it makes Platinum Angel maybe pretty good. So, yeah, my goal here is going to be to roast him as soon as possible. Are we going to mulligan this hand? No. I don't believe we will. Alright, so the question is, what do I name with a Revoker? So let's assume he's playing Affinity. Do I name Skullclamp? I've got my own, so I don't know if I want to. What should I do? I'm going to keep this hand, so I'll let him make decisions right now. I enjoyed some rice pudding in between rounds. I know this is the sort of thing that you guys enjoy hearing. I ate it directly out of the carton. Is that what you call it? It's more of like a jar, container, cup. No, it's like a plastic quasi-cylindrical thing. Anyway, so here we are. Start of round 3. So far the DE has been a at least moderate success. And what do I revoke in the Affinity deck? Probably Ravager. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I think that makes Salvage Titan the worst. It's hard to say, though, because I want to use my own Skull Clamp, but maybe I just shouldn't. Maybe I would rather name, like, Steel Overseer, so maybe I should wait to play this. I mean, that's possible. Then I don't have to take damage from Ancient Tomb this turn. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll play responsively. And then if he plays a Skull Clamp, I'll just name Skull Clamp anyway. Not sure if that's right, but I'm passing. Okay. So Platinum Angel might be key in this matchup. Maybe. Yeah, he's going to be playing Affinity. Memnite is fine. Do we see a Skull Clamp? No, we see a Revoker. Is that going to name Skull Clamp? Because then I don't have to name Skull Clamp. Might name Mox Opal. Skull Clamp. Well, I guess I don't have to name that. So I will name Ravager then, I think. Oof, that isn't very good right here. Alright. So I'm going to have to take Ancient Tomb damage, I think. This can make blue, which is relevant potentially. This being a 4 toughness guy is currently not very good. Skullclamp isn't going to get equipped to anybody. No, we don't have to take damage. Alright. Let's name... I could also name Memory Jar. Not sure that that's right. And I could also drop this Salvage Titan. But I have to sack, like, so much good stuff. I don't think that's right. I guess we could think about it. The Skull Clamp is essentially useless at this point, so I can consider that. Yeah, what we really want to see is a Workshop, then I can just play a Platinum Angel. That would be pretty sweet. So let's pass the turn. It's interesting that this is sort of doing our work for us. Yeah, of course he's going to attack with those things. Do I block? I don't think I do. I need the artifact, possibly, for the Mox Opal. Alright, we got another Memnite. He's going to be taking a bunch here, in theory, or not doing much of anything. Tangle Wire. I remember that card. Alright. At least we have things to tap down. Alright, so we have to tap down 4 things? Can do. Here are the things I'm going to tap down. This, 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 and this, I think. Well, maybe we leave the Ancient Tomb untapped. Yeah. I think that makes some kind of sense. I think. That is about... it's really bad. That's a bad draw. We didn't want to draw that. So I could play a Salvage Titan here, sack 3 permanents, and then it's one of 3 permanents, so it just gets tapped. It like prevents some damage. I don't think there's a reason to do that this turn, certainly. Can we win this matchup? I think we can. It's not always easy though. So, I guess I should have left this untapped, all things considered, but that's okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. If we draw another mana source, we can play the conscripts, but just right now it doesn't seem very good. Yeah. So we need to, what, tap 3 permanents? 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay. Well, there's an academy. That is pretty good right now. So the question is, if I play this right now, it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. And I can take and play the Zealous Conscripts, which is not very good right now. Or I can play the Platinum Angel, which is pretty good right now. Or I can play the Frost Titan, which is also pretty good right now. I think the answer is Platinum Angel, because I think he only has one way of answering it in the deck. And I only get maybe one shot with the Tolarian Academy. And he can just like block Frost Titan a million times. So playing this, we're going to see what happens here. I could also launch a Salvage Titan down there, but that doesn't seem right. He might be considering if he can win this game. And I bet he's got like one Spine of Ishsa in his deck. That's my theory. And maybe he's got Metamorphs. Soul Ring, huh? Okay. So like maybe I should have dropped the Salvage Titan here. Not sure. Goes down to 8, plays a Memjar. Okay. That's scary. But he's tapped all of his stuff. So what's he doing? Nothing? I can Frost Titan that. I think. Or Frost Titan the Soul Ring. Okay, so we're tapping 2 permanents. One of them's going to be this. One of them's going to be that. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Scuttlemutt. I can't even believe that. How much does this give us? 5? Okay, so we want it to give us 6. It can give us 6 if we play Scuttlemutt first. Don't think I have any way main deck to beat that. That's good to know, because that changes the way I'm playing this. Okay, no, he didn't have to see my hand. Great. That's why the Platinum Angel is there, and that's why it's coming out this round, which is awesome, and Elesh Norn is coming in. What do we cut here? Frost Titan is actually not very good in this matchup. It can do things like, it would have obstructed his memory jar there, which is not the end of the world for him, though. Kazul is actually pretty good in this match. Pit Driller is fine. Plague Spitter is humorously good. Trinisphere, if I can get it off first, but I think it's for when I'm on the play. I think that's when I drop that. We'll play Needlebug. Lawan is terrible. Duplicant terrible. Platinum Angel is pretty terrible. After he has a way to deal with it. So, like, what do I want to cut here? Massacre Worm is like Bane of Progress, but probably actually better. Kazul is fine, just hard to cast. So what do we cut? Maybe, like, Skull Clamps, actually. Because I'm probably going to be naming them with Revokers, and he's going to be inclined to name them too. I'll cut this Heap Doll too. That kind of makes sense to me. I'm not sure if that's right. Also, these Salvage Titans are kind of bad. Maybe doing something like that? I'm not sure. Like, Platinum Angel just still might be okay because it's a flyer, even though he can deal with it. But that makes the Salvage Titans a little better because I can pod into it. Yeah, let's keep one of the Salvage Titans like that. And I can pitch... Maybe I want the other Zealous Conscripts as a way to bounce into these guys too. Yeah, screw these. Screw the Salvage Titans. That's probably not how I'm going to pod into Elesh Norn. Ooh. Just had a funny thing in my voice. Alright, good luck. Okay, have to think about this one. he didn't see a birthing pod. So, like, I have to draw land in the next 2 rips. I'm going to keep this because I think it's powerful enough with the birthing pod and the trinket mage to warrant keeping. But this isn't a good hand by any means. It's a risky hand. It's a potentially good hand. Well, his hand really sucked and he mulled a 5. So, oh, this is funny. Okay, so now we just want to get out of this problem, and then we'll be okay. We want him to not get out of this problem. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like he is. Mana Vault, how good is that right now? I think probably that's exactly what we wanted to see. And I can play a Plague Spitter, humorously enough. Next turn. This can be played for 2. Okay, so we'll pass. This is going to be kind of funny, I guess. Hope he doesn't wasteland something. That's fine. Now we can start doing things. Skull Clamp is scary. Frogmite, super scary. So he's going to draw a million cards. That's, like, if we would have been able to pull this off 1 turn earlier, it would have been fine. I mean, the way it stands, I can't really complain that much. Okay, so he's attacking. Okay, got it. No, there's going to be a way for me to deal with this, I think. No, because I need to sack this. Okay, let's see what we draw. Scuttlemutt is probably not the answer. I've had a nickel for every time I said that. So this gives us 3. How much is this? 2? Thinking. Okay, Trinket Mage and Zealous Conscripts are uncastable this turn. And play a Birthing Pod, but then it's very hard to use. And play a Plague Spitter and equip it, but then he draws a million cards. Okay, I can't. The problem is I can't sack at the same turn I play this. I could untap that if I could untap the tower with the conscripts if I could do that, but I can't. Like, I could tap this, play the Frogmite, sack it. This is a extremely risky play. I don't know if that's a good idea. He's only got 1 mana right now. Okay, I can't even play this without sacking a dude. That's right. So there's that. There's that little problem. Like, maybe we want to drop the Scuttlemutt here? And then equip it? It seems so bad. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. That seemed like I could have just done something horribly wrong. Like, and now he draws a bunch of cards and gets back into the game. And the game becomes much more difficult. I mean, this Worm Coil is good, but... Okay, yeah, draw some cards. Did he not hit a land? He had to have, right? Maybe not. We don't want to crack this because we can do all sorts of crazy shit. So there's that. Unfortunately, we can't do anything this turn. Oops. I'll have to block that out because I shouldn't be looking at my emails. Alright. So there's this going on. We can play the pod this turn and sack a dude in the same turn. That's horrible. We really need to find some lands. That's what needs to happen here. Okay. So let's draw a card. Bane of Progress is probably not the answer here. Alright, so those are some pretty crappy cards to draw. So what can we do? We can make 3 mana of any color. I can Play a Trinket Mage and make a Mana Crypt with a Trinket Mage? That seems really bad. It could be a Pithing Needle, but that's too slow. Alright. I could also just take an extremely huge risk and I'm going to draw a land. And make some black mana. I'm going to do that. I don't like this play. But I think I have to make it. Let's find a mana source. Oh my god, we didn't find a mana source. Alright. So that's really unfortunate. And we pretty clearly pitch Bane of Progress here. I mean, that lets him know something's up, but... Alright. Yeah, now he goes nuts. This Mana Crypt is basically just a Dark Ritual a lot of the time. And I feel like maybe if I'd played my cards in a different order here, it would be okay, or if I dropped the Plague Spitter. I guess I couldn't have when I thought I could. What's this gonna name? Skull Clamp? Probably not. It's probably gonna name Mana Vault. Maybe Birthing Pod, if he's figured it out. And he could have. No, Skull Clamp. Okay. So... his own Skull Clamp sucks now. I feel like that may have given me a way to kind of get back in the game. It's extremely dubious, but all of a sudden, Plague Spitter has become... well, he's got this Ravager now, so that's nuts. Okay, that's fine. We just found a land. So, let's see. If I play this and sack it, then I draw 2 cards. Right? I'd really love to get Worm Coil down. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't need to Pithing Needle Skull Clamp now. Could I do red? I take his Gaia's Cradle, maybe? What does that accomplish? If I take his Gaia's Cradle for the turn. I'd love to take one of his dudes and sack it with Tower. Let's see. If I take Gaia's Cradle for the turn, I probably will never be able to make enough dudes for it to matter. But something has to happen quick here. Alright. So, here's the deal with this. I think this is turning into blue. Well, wait, if I do red, though, and I can drop a Conscripts, I can untap Mana Vault. I don't think that that's right, though. Yeah, untapping Mana Vault just isn't that good. I don't think. Alright, so we got this. That's fine. Have no complaints there. Drop this. Now what? So we've got 3 in pool. This is 1, 2, 3. This costs 1 mana, so I may not want to play it. We can make 5, which is not enough for a Worm Coil. Trinket Mage brings us Mana Crypt, which might be worth it, because then I get a Worm Coil turn, maybe? Is there any way... sorry, this is so complicated. I can do, like, red... so I can, like, untap the Mana Vault, or I can attempt to take the Ravager, and he would sack a bunch of stuff, right? Yeah, I think that's probably what I have to do. So we have this kind of mana line around. I could also Trinket Mage into Mana Crypt into Lodestone. Huh. Maybe I should have played an artifact there. Because then I could have played the Frogmite too. Alright. So he's going to sack that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think I played this one really wrong. I could have also taken his Mox Opal and it would have just been like a Stone Rain. That would have been pretty mediocre. Okay, so as it stands, I'm just, I think, going to pass the turn. And that requires 1. Yeah, so I can't do that. Let's pass. Alright. So that tells me he might have like another host of dudes in his hand. And now the big concern is the Birthing Pod costs me life. Massacre Worm doesn't even kill his Frogmite now. Yeah, so there are a lot of problems, but Frost Titan became a little better. I think I boarded it out though. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. I'm willing to tolerate that damage. That's okay, I think. That's not okay. That's where we just probably lost the game. All right. So we have to tap down 4. All right, let's leave our tower untapped. Kazul. All right, so I think I butchered this game and screwed this one up. Like, the decisions were tough for me to make, but they were still bad, I think. So we're going to bring in Trinisphere. Does Massacre Worm stay in? Probably. I like that I boarded out that Skull Clamp. That felt pretty good. Plague Spitter felt pretty mediocre because you can go off all in one turn, but it kind of might be surprising sometimes. Pith Driller, not extraordinary. I just don't want all these cards that cost so much mana I can never cast them. Like, that was the problem last game. I think I, like, overboarded my deck into something terrible. So I'll cut Kazul, even though he doesn't seem that horrible. He still didn't see Birthing Pod, which is interesting at least. Trinket Mage might be too slow. Lodestone Golem is not extraordinary. Yeah, actually, the Lodestone Golem might have been something that should have come out. And this hand is real weird. I'm going to keep this because of the Wasteland. I've got all these tombs. I don't know, this is weird. I think I lead off with an Ancient Tomb. And I play a Skull Clamp. And that's it. And then I just pass. And then I can Pithing Needle his Skull Clamp if necessary. Or Ravager or something. And I can also Wasteland a Workshop. Okay, what's this gonna name? Probably Skull Clamp. Yeah, so this is why I don't name that, I guess. Okay, so this is horrible. We really need to land this now, which means I need to find something insane. Ooh, that was not something insane. Alright, so this turn, in order to stay afloat, we have to kill his Ancient Tomb and hope he doesn't have anything good. And then pass. So we take 5, which is terrible, because Ancient Tomb is 2 of our lands. Oh, yuck. Okay. So I think we're gonna get eaten this game. Yeah, that's not good. I think we need to name Steel Overseer 2 with the Pithing Needle. Silvermere, huh? Well, that's nice of you. Okay, so play this. That's funny. And then play this. Yeah, we named Steel Overseer because we have to. And what's our way out? Somehow getting Elish Norn down? It's really too bad that this is in our hand. Because it means, like, it makes it like significantly harder to get out of this situation. Frickin' Tangle Wire. Okay. Gilder Baron deck has to start. What the hell is happening? It's like he's considering sacking something. I think that means he clicked the Ravager. I'm gonna let this happen. All this damage. I should have. I need guys to keep untapped. Okay, so I mean, Tangle Wire sealed the deal. These two things tap, obviously, and then yeah, these two, I guess. And maybe we'll draw a Summoner's Egg. Mirror Retriever is no Summoner's Egg, that's for sure. So let's drop this. And I think I lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I block here. Yeah, I think that's all, folks. So I'll pass the turn to him just to be sure. I could have Skull Clamped the Retriever, but that gives me no mana to do anything. Yeah, I feel like I threw this match, especially like game 2. Alright, so I think he just wins here, but just to be sure, we'll do this. Oh, I couldn't have Skull Clamped, because that's right. No wonder I was thinking I couldn't do that. Okay, so a bunch of stuff gets tapped here. Yeah, alright. Or sacked, rather. Alright. So there's round 3. I will see you guys again in round 4, and hopefully we can score some points in this DE.